My beautiful people, welcome back to your hump day episode of Sun Up on 7, and we continue celebrating with the Belize Powerlifting Association. They did a massive job at the Cayman Islands. They brought back 41 medals, so that's a really, really huge win. So please, on the comments, put all the woohoo, all the celebration, all the goodness, because we cannot stop celebrating them. Let me introduce who we have today on set. We have Ria Sai. Ria, good morning. How are you doing?
Morning, I'm good today. Thank you.
You're good today? I love it. I love it. I love that you're good today. We have Kaylee Burgess. Kaylee, good morning. How are you doing?
I'm doing really good.
Really good. All right. We also have, Shakira. Shakira.
Hi, good
How are you doing,
morning.
Shakira?
I'm doing good. A little tired, but very well. Thank you.
All right. We have Ms. Shepherd. How are you doing? Can you please help me with your first name?
My name is Ariana.
All right. Thank you.
It's just spelled fancy.
It's just really so fancy.
I'm
Yes.
doing great, thank you.
Very good. Thank you. And we have Leo Matura. Leo, how are you doing?
I'm doing excellent.
Great. So again, once more, congratulations. We have a lot of medals, blinging, and we absolutely love the blinging and the cling, cling, cling that's going on. So, Ren, please help me out. Let's get to know them better today.
Most definitely. I want to talk about, what went into going into this competition. Because we had a brief conversation before you guys went, and we know we were extremely hard. Let's talk now about what went into, or what was the preparation for the Powerlifting Association and going into. So, Kaylee, you want to go first? I said yes. For you.
So the training was a bit exhausting at times. It felt really long before going into competition, and then it was just a breeze at Cayman.
Yes, sir, because I trained, you made a breeze at Cayman. And then you won.
I got silver overall for the 52 sub-junior category. I got gold for deadlift, silver for squat and bench.
Wow, love it. We're gonna move right along for Ariana.
I think Kaylee says it pretty good. It was very exhausting. For me, it was always also the mental aspect, because a lot of times people don't really understand that the sport is unforgiving. So a lot of times I have a lot going on for me mentally, and powerlifting has always been more of a mental sport for me than a physical sport. Like, obviously it's a strength sport, but there's a lot of mental aspects that you have to take into consideration while you compete.
So sometimes you could psych your own self out if you don't,
Yeah.
you're not determined and so forth.
Yeah, exactly.
Is this the first time you were going on a competition with the Belize Powerlifting Association?
Our first international competition. I've participated in the nationals twice.
And so what would you say this experience internationally was different from nationals? Or what was your biggest takeaway from
Well,
Cayman?
one is just a lot of people. There was a lot more people. There's I believe, about 300 athletes there in one area. And for me, it was just observing how other people move, because obviously different countries have different mythologies and training, training rules or like testaments that are different from Belize. So I just like observing it. That was like about the most different thing that was about this NAPF.
I love it. I love it. We're gonna learn every time.
Ria, you won first place for squat, bench press, and deadlift in the female sub.
You go, girl.
category. That is huge. What happened? What went? No, it's really impressive. It's really impressive. I can definitely not do what you do, but how did you feel when you were able to beat those records? When you were able to get those medals? What was the feeling running through you?
So in the moment, I was actually not very nervous, because I was just really excited to be there. After all, it's a competition that I had been looking forward to for the last 8 months, and that I've been training for. So I wasn't too nervous on actual competition day. As for receiving the medals, I was very happy. I was very happy to be there and awarded with medals for a regional competition. But I really enjoyed the experience. I enjoyed meeting new athletes, different teams, and people from notable names from different countries.
Beautiful. Thank you for sharing that, Ms. Shakira. How was your experience at this championship?
It's words can't explain it enough. It is actually my first competition as well. I had the opportunity. For me, it was a distinct honor. Not only to represent Belize, I've done so in other capacities, but not in the sport. And to be able to do it with this group of people, we're like a family. Well, Ria is my daughter, right? So
she is
train
family.
together. She is definitely family. She's my firstborn. And then we have Ariana and Kaylee. These girls all train together. So we have, a better flow of things. We understand how things are. And Leo also trains with us. So that familiarity also helps us on competition day.
Right.
We were also blessed to have our coach, who is the mastermind behind all of this. We could not have done it without him. He's the one who makes sure, Ariana, you get enough sleep. Kaylee, are you eating properly? You go to bed early. Ria, remember, you have to get up tomorrow. You have to train. You have to go to bed a little bit early. Are you eating right? All of these things, right? Sometimes they come after school. We pick them up. And then they go straight into training. Sometimes training takes 3 hours. These guys are real powerlifters. They don't take an hour. They take sometimes 3 hours to train because they're training for strength. So you have to, after a set, you recover a little bit. And so all of these things that you see behind, that you don't see behind the scenes, is also comes into play on competition day. And so for me to watch that unravel was really an amazing experience.
Yeah.
So we also had, and there's a lot of support that is needed, because we have the parents of, Kaylee, Miss Leticia, who is well known in the world of sports in Belize, I would say. And, she also makes sure that Kaylee has everything she needs. Miss Audrey as well. And they were able to be there with us on this journey. So it helped us to keep a lot of the elements that we are used to. We carried over to Cayman, and we're able to bring our best.
Oh, wow.
It was a little bit challenging, obviously, because you have over 300 people competing, right?
can imagine.
And you have to move with
That's
a certain
true.
level
That's
of, swiftness. Because
Sakura,
after
thank you
finish,
for
yeah.
sharing the fact that there's a whole community behind the 18 athletes that went to represent Belize at the Cayman Islands. And let's brag a bit about all the medals you have hanging on your neck. I mean, you have second place for overall total lifts, second place for squat, second place for bench, and first place. No, I'm reading it the wrong one.
Second in all.
Second overall, second place for squat, second place for bench, and second place for deadlift. And just the fact that you're working from the master division, 40 to 49 years, it's inspirational, because it's saying there's no limit, there's no age limit for you to be able to participate in this championship. So
And
good
I
job.
hope more women would be encouraged
Yes.
to do that. It doesn't matter if you are a teen, doesn't matter if you are, in your 40s, in your 50s, in your 60s.
You can
Once
do
you
this.
decide that you want to
Yes.
train and be consistent with it, you have a shot. And being strong is very empowering.
Yeah. Leo, let's start with you. How is your overall feel coming back from this experience?
It's my second international appearance, and honestly, every time I do go compete internationally, it has always been a revelation in terms of my dedication to this sport. Last year was excellent. I set goals after last year that I completely met this year.
Very good.
Congratulations on that.
Thank you. Fine, but the funny thing is, with the numbers we had put up this year in last year's competition, I would have silvered. But this year, the competition went up another notch. So it was a battle. I did not place in the top 3, but I did place 3rd in the bench press, which came out of nowhere.
You surprised yourself, no?
Yes, and we did shoot for the bronze in deadlift, but I was not able to complete my 3rd attempt, which for me also was a win, even though, because that was a goal that I was looking forward to, and I got it halfway. Apart from that, honestly, the proudest moments for me were these girls, because their consistency, and I know I've played a huge role being a role model towards them, and the work habit that I've shown, I know crossed over to them as well, and see the final product.
With all the medals, clink, clink, clink.
Yeah. But the thing is, even with the medals, they understand that it's more than that. That with this sport here, the consistency is key, and that anything that we need to or aim for, there's always a level of work that needs to always be dedicated. It does not come easy. So, other than that, I am happy. I made a lot of friends. Belize on a whole made an impression again in this competition. Overall, when it came to overall open lifters, Belize ranked 5th. And when it came down to overall female lifters, Belize ranked 4th.
Leo, so the news was shared yesterday that Belize will be hosting the championship in 2026.
I've been so excited
how do you feel
about
that. Yeah.
a bit nervous because I understand that there's a level of work that needs to go into it. Not only that, there will need to be a vast involvement of the community. To be honest, the association as it is will need helping hands. And, you know, it takes a lot of work. You're talking about Belize destination, the only speaking the only English-speaking country in Central America that will appeal to majority of the lifters in North America.
Right.
So I would not be surprised that Belize becomes the top hosting country with the most turnout. But that also requires a lot of preparation.
Yeah.
Won't be easy.
Yeah. And
So-
I'm thinking at least we have some good enough time for us to go a bit.
Yes, the work has to start now.
Yeah.
To be quite
please
honest.
please take the opportunity to put out the call for partnership. How can they partner? Who can they reach out to?
Well, we will look towards primarily tourism industry. Obviously, accommodations are key. We need help from the sports council because the equipment that we'll need will cost money to bring in because we can't use just regular gym equipment here. We need actually calibrated kilo plates for it to be standardized. And you're talking about five racks of those, and you're talking 12,000, 15,000 easily
Wow.
per each rack.
Wow.
So times that by 5,
Uh-huh.
and you'll have an idea. And that's US, by the way. So yes, we will need help on that end from the sports ministry, and honestly, help from everyone, from Belizeans who have a know-how, from loading plates to volunteers, hosting the pickups and all that stuff from the airport. It's a lot of work.
Yes. Yes.
I believe it will get done with the right team, though.
It will get done. We have faith. We have faith. It will
Yes,
get done.
yes, yes.
So we thank you so much for joining us today on Sun Up on 7. Again, to
Before we leave,
yes, yes.
I would like to just share a little parting gift to you all. As the media, we'll have to share it with others on the team.
Thank you.
I love the
Just a
clinker clink
little
sound.
Yes.
memorabilia to say thank you. The media has been good to us, not only
Get to model it,
Channel
Kev.
7, but others as well. And so, you know, we are appreciative of that because the more the sport is promoted, obviously, the more attention it brings to it, and the sport can grow more.
Yeah.
Of course.
Thank you. This is so sweet and so thoughtful for you
Yeah, I
about you.
like
So
it.
thank you for thinking about us with
You're welcome.
this. So again, once more, thank you for joining us. Congratulations once more. We look forward to what's gonna come out from the next championships and everything. So encourage people to support the Belize Powerlifting Association.
And we hope to get qualities and maybe both.
Yes. So if it's okay if I say something quickly.
Surely.
One, we will try to host a bit of educational aspect to powerlifting because I believe that is very important
important.
because there's powerlifting training and then there's competitive powerlifting. Those two things are important, and obviously some education needs to be placed on that. Two, the next competition that I'll be going into is actually the bench press championships in Mexico City, which is in October 17th to the
Oh, that's right around the block.
So any support, anything will be good. Thank you.
Very well. Thanks, Leo.
Thanks so much, Leo. And thank you all so much for coming out and doing your stuff and being dedicated. It's not easy doing what you're doing. You're young people. I'm sure there's a million other things you guys could be doing, but you decide to dedicate yourself to powerlifting and bring home all these medals. So we're really proud of you guys. And with that, guys, we've wrapped up today's show. We send you off with some love. We don't send you off with our treats because we're going to get those ourselves.
That's true.
But we send off all the love on the Wentabulous Wednesday. Please make sure whatever day you're having today, it's not a bad day. It is a good day with bad moments. So remember that and hold in on that. And if nothing else, drink water and mind your own business because kin is still in the boat.
Yes, so we thank you for showing up today. And guess who's back tomorrow? Brandon is back on Sun Up on 7. Yes, you got a break from me.
Yeah, be back. Did you miss
But,
me?
yes, I'm absolutely sure we missed Brandon. So tomorrow he's joining us back, and we're also going to be having really, really awesome guests. So stay tuned for what's going to happen tomorrow. We send you off. Really good energies. Folks, we love you. Take care. Bye-bye.
Bye.